Hey guys, I'm Hellhound, and welcome to Dave Maggot's Final Destination tag. Yeah, all about the Final Destination movies. I'm a big fan of this series. I think it's one of the better modern horror franchises by far. Right up there with Wrong Turn and Hatchet and stuff like that. I think they're really good movies. Very unique, very original, very interesting concept. It's pretty imaginative and very creative premise. So I really like these movies. Once again, yeah, Dave Maggot created this video, and I was tagged by Sean Erschen. So check out both of their channels and their original videos. So for sure, go ahead and subscribe to their channels, as I said. And let's go ahead and get started. All right, question number one: what is your favorite Final Destination film? I think I definitely have to go with the original. That was when this first came out. That concept, the premise was still very new and very interesting. Hadn't really been done before. Very unique concept, like I said. I think this one probably the best characters, the most memorable characters and stuff. They're the most likable, and I kind of felt for them the most. I wanted to see them make it till the end. It wasn't like some of the sequels where I just wanted to see everybody die, in creative ways. I actually kind of wanted to see them succeed in this one. It definitely gets points for that. I think, and again, at the time, the concept was like pretty much brand new, and it was something new, something we hadn't seen before, something interesting, kind of breathed new life into the horror genre, where it was kind of in a rut there for a while. But yeah, I'd go with the original. Had some of the best kills as well, so definitely. All right, question number two: what are your top 3 kills in the series? Well, I'd say definitely the beheading from part 1. Sean William Scott's character, he's like shouting at the rest of them, saying he's going to beat death and stuff. And then a train goes by, and there's like a piece of shrapnel, like a piece of jagged metal, and the train actually knocks it. It slices like half of his head off, like right here. It's pretty awesome effect, because you kind of don't see it coming, and just so so cool, well done, and so out of nowhere. I also really like the nail gun death in part 3, where the chick gets knocked against the wall. It's like a department store, kind of like a Lowe's type store, I guess, or Home Depot or something. And this nail gun just starts like shooting her face full of nails, and her hand gets stuck to her face. She's got all these nails and blood dripping down her face. She's like, it's really awesome. Also like the eye gouging in part 2. The guy. He's a really lucky guy, just won the lottery or something. He's in his apartment, and everything starts going wrong. Like, there's like a fire, and all kinds of things go wrong. He jumps out his window, and he's like laying on the ground. He's like, oh shoot, and there's a ladder hanging, just like barely. It's already like broken, and it's just barely hanging. It just falls and like goes right through his eye. There's so many great deaths in the series. I know I'm just leaving some out, but those are probably my top 3. So many great kills in this series. That's what the movies are all about, really. So, and those 3 are definitely probably the best among so many other great ones. Question number 3, who were your favorite survivor couple from the series? Usually there's 2 survivors, a guy and a girl at the end of each film, pretty much. And I'm going to go with Alex and Clear, Devin Sawa and Ali Larder from the first movie. I think they were the most memorable, they were the most likable, and as I said earlier, I really wanted to see them succeed. I actually wanted to see them beat death, and make it to the end of the movie, for sure. So, I'll definitely go with them. They were the most memorable to me. There's a lot of other good protagonists as well, but I think they were the best. And Clear actually returned in the second film as well, so, so there's that. Question number 4, if death had you caught in its design, would you try to escape or just give in? I agree with Sean Erschen. I would definitely try to escape. I'd definitely try to fight it best I could, though. According to these movies, I don't think anybody really escapes. The survivors in part 2, I think, are the only ones that never got followed up upon. They actually lived. And, because all the other survivors in the other movies, I think it showed them die, or, you heard about them dying in a later movie, or they died at the very end. That was, the big twist, the big shocking surprise ending. But, yeah, part 2, I don't think that. I think there was a deleted scene in part 3 or 4 that showed that they actually did die, but I think they actually were meant to survive, I guess, since they deleted the scene. But yeah, I'll definitely try to escape. I'll definitely try to fight it, but looks pretty grim, because according to the logic of these movies, I think it'd be pretty hard to beat. All right, question number 5. What is your favorite beginning catastrophe? There's usually some horrific event that happens, and one character has a premonition that's going to happen and ends up saving everybody, and then they meet their demise, over the events of the movie. in the order that they were meant to die in. I'm definitely going with the car crash from Part 2, the beginning of Final Destination 2. Wow, is it the most brutal and realistic car pileup in a movie I've ever seen? I don't know how it was done. It's so amazing. So very well done, well choreographed and well directed. Wow, boy was it violent, boy was it intense. So many things going wrong. Car pileups happen all the time. They're very tragic and very, very disastrous, obviously. And this was like one of the most brutal ones ever put to film, for sure. And it reminds me of the Cannibal Corpse song "Shredded Humans" from Eaten Back to Life. And I think they really need to. Somebody needs to edit a video of Final Destination 2. The beginning, the car pile up, and then set it to the music, to the song Shredded Humans. Have like a Shredded Humans music video with footage from Final Destination 2, the car pile up during that. So I think that'd be really awesome. So somebody go ahead and do that. That'd be cool. But yeah, definitely the car pile up from Part 2. So that was just brutal. Number 6, what is your least favorite film in the series? Oh, definitely The Final Destination, the 4th film. At this point, they're kind of running out of ideas. It's got a few good kills. But a lot of them were recycled from other movies. A lot of them were too similar to something that's already been done. The main characters weren't really that likable. I didn't really care about seeing them through the end. I don't know, it just seemed like kind of bland. The formula had kind of gotten tired, kind of gotten stale by this point. I don't know, it's definitely my least favorite. It's definitely the weakest in the series. Final Destination 5 I thought was a step up. I thought that was slightly improved on the 4th film, which I think was just pretty much lackluster. It's okay, it's not terrible, but definitely the low point of the series for me. Alright, question number 7. What do you like and dislike about the series? Well, what I like, obviously, is what I said, the very original concept, the unique and the neat premise that hasn't really been done before. I like all the deaths, all the various kills. They got pretty much more and more creative as the series went on, more or less. And I really appreciate it. They're trying something different and doing something new. What I dislike about it, well, I guess you could say how it became more about the deaths and less about the characters and the writing. But I like the kills. It's not like the Saw franchise where it was just like way too many twists and it just got too convoluted and hard to follow and plausible. I think this one, the deaths are actually the highlight. And even if you don't like the characters, it makes you want to see them die even more. So, so I'm not going to say I dislike that. One thing I did notice is in the first movie, it almost seemed like death was like an invisible force that like made things happen, and like that you saw the black in the mirror, and even in Part 2 you saw the skeletal hands and the shadows of the trees. And in Part 1, like the guy who gets choked to death in his bathtub, it shows the water like moving back to the toilet, like death's controlling it. It was like it was an invisible force, like it was an actual entity that was there. And then in the sequels, it seems like death is just like a design, like it's not like a living sentient entity. It's just more like a bunch of things happen, a bunch of events happen leading to some elaborate death, like somebody leaves something plugged in when they shouldn't have, sparks are flying, and then you hit some gasoline and a fire starts and that knocks something down. It's almost like one of those those elaborate traps or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of weird how it seemed like almost like a living entity in the first movie, and then they kind of scrapped that idea in the sequels. But either way, I think they're all awesome. So there's not really much to dislike, except for most of the 4th film, as I said. Do you like how the series ended? Question number 8. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool way to tie it up. Spoiler alert, Part 5 actually ended up being a prequel, and at the end of the movie was actually the beginning of the first movie. It ended on the plane, Flight 101 or whatever. So the opening disaster of the first movie is actually the ending of Part 5, so it's kind of went full circle, got a complete wraparound, which is pretty cool. Hey girl. So we got a visitor. Alright. And question number 9, the final question, if you had to make a Part 6, how would you do it? Well, I like Sean Ershen's answer. Have it take place in a different time period, medieval times or something. I think that'd be pretty cool. Or hell, maybe even like in the future, like in a space station or something. But I guess that's been done to death. It's been done too many times. All I know is I definitely want the opening disaster to be a water park disaster. Something in a water park. I could just imagine, or like a public pool or something. Probably a water park would be better. I can just imagine the possibilities there. People drowning. The water slides coming, dismantled, something falling and crushing somebody. I mean, the possibilities are endless. I think that'd be a really good opening catastrophe. I don't like how too many of them involve cars. Like the car pile up in Part 2 was awesome. That was, that was fresh and original. But then part 4. It was it was a bridge disaster, a bridge collapsing, which again had to do with traffic and cars. And then part 5, it was at a racetrack, like a NASCAR type show, and it was like again something to do with cars. Always something to do with cars. Enough with the cars already. We had a plane crash and a roller coaster, which were great ideas. I think a water park would be really cool. Everybody trying to have a good time, just trying to have fun, and then something really horrible goes wrong. It just keeps you on the edge of your seat. Like traffic jams are always bad, and being in a car, like and traveling a long distance is bad anyway. So I think it makes it even more horrible when you're just somewhere to have a good time, and then something so tragic happens. So definitely a water park disaster, kind of reminiscent of the roller coaster from part 3. I think would be good. All right, guys. Well, that covers it. That's the Final Destination series. Definitely check these movies out if you haven't seen them already. I think they're really fun. I think they're really original, and I like them a lot. I should probably have a marathon here soon. I saw all of them in the theater except for the first movie, which I didn't know about it until after it was already out. And then I checked it out and I liked it, and I saw 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the theater. I really hope they make a part 6 because that'd be great. I love these movies. Very awesome, very unique premise, very elaborate kills, and usually some memorable characters as well. So definitely check out the Final Destination movies, and join me next time for my next video. I'm Hellhound. Thank you for watching.